Alright, off we go. Today we're doing a little first ride review of the Moto Guzzi V7 Stone. First of all, I want to give a big thanks to Blackmans Cycle in Emmaus for letting me take out this beautiful bike, do a little review. You can call up Spencer, anyone of the salesmen, and I'll put a link in the description. First off, I gotta say, this bike has a nice comfortable seat. It's got a low seat height. It's I think it's under 31 inches, so very approachable, very cushy, very upright seating position. You're not bent over whatsoever. And we have a six-speed transmission, 853cc bike, air-cooled. We have a dry clutch, and the Moto Guzzi staple of having a transverse mounted V-twin. Yep, so it looks like somebody stuck the motor in there sideways. And it's really cool at low RPMs. At idle, the bike kind of shimmies back and forth. Alright, let's pull over here, take a little look at the bike, and we could discuss it a little bit, huh? What we have here is a retro style bike. Got non-adjustable front forks. We got the 853cc transverse mounted engine, overhead cams. We got adjustable dual rear shocks, dual pipes. It is a very nice looking bike. And the fit and finish of it is pretty sweet. We have Brembo brakes, really good brakes on this bike. We got Brembo's front and rear, 4-piston and 2-piston in the back. And I think we should get back to cruising. I think this is a real neat looking motorcycle. Take a look at the speedo. Excuse me. It's January. A little sniffle here and there. We got LCD dash or speedo, and it's offset. It's got kind of like the wings from the Moto Guzzi logo. Guzzi. I do that all the time. It's real cool when you start this bike up, how it just kind of shimmies from side to side. If you're looking at this bike, you might also be looking at the Triumph Bonneville. There's a Royal Enfield, was it the Meteor? You know, it has a dry clutch, but you wouldn't know it. The pull is nice and light on the clutch. Moto Guzzi's been around for a while. They started in 1922. I believe the story is there was 3 friends in World War I. One was a racer, one had money, and one was an engineer. And they said after the war was over, they were going to start a motorcycle company. Well, one of them was a pilot and was killed in action. And that's where Moto Guzzi got its logo. It's an eagle, which was the symbol for the Italian Air Force. So it's a neat kind of a story, and it's been around since 22. This V7, I believe, is around since 1967. So this was their first big bike. You know, in Europe, bikes are generally a lot smaller than what we're used to in the United States. And even if it was probably like a 700 then, or thereabouts. I don't know for sure. And it's been improved and tweaked since 1967, of course. That makes you think of the Sportster here in America, and it's just pretty neat. The person who's gonna want this bike is just gonna be somebody who is different, you know, just who wants something unique that nobody else has. And one of the big, you know, things that people worry about with Italian motorcycles is the dealer network. You know, so if you happen to live by a Moto Guzzi dealer, you know, you don't have much to worry about. And this bike being a little bit on the simpler side, you might be able to do some of the work yourself. One of the things in that nature is the valve checks. It calls for valve checks every 6,000 miles, and on some bikes that's a huge expense. But this bike has overhead valves, so if you're handy, you could probably go ahead and do that yourself. But yeah, it feels nice, you know, it handles well, it cruises along. 480 pounds, but it's nothing. It doesn't feel like a lot of weight to me. I could definitely see myself going for long cruises on this, and it's got the power to get on the freeway. You could do a little touring, put a windscreen on it, some bags, you'd be all right. I don't think I have to wait for the light here. Let's keep going. This bike does have MGCT, which is Moto Guzzi's traction control. I don't know if it's necessary, but that's the thing about traction control. You don't know you need it until it kicks in and you use it. Other than that, it's all right. Probably could do without it, but it's not gonna be a problem. This bike has a nice sound. I just love revving the engine because I like the bike rocking back and forth. It's just so cool. You gotta picture yourself riding in the Italian countryside with this baby. Now, brand new, this bike is about $91.90, and being at 2024 now, they're going to be clearing these out, and I know right now there's $1,000 dealer rebate on them, and I don't know about everywhere else. I know here in Emmaus they're taking a little more off. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but they're taking a little bit less for them because they have to make room for the 2024s. So that's something to think about. You know, I don't know if I ever, until this year, I've never bought a brand new bike. Usually, you know, I just went with saving the money, and you know, they don't always change from year to year, unless you know, some years there's big updates, and a lot of these bikes will go year after year with just little cosmetic changes, some paint, you know. But here we are back at Blackmans Cycle in Emmaus, and we did our quick little review. And I'll be doing a bunch more bikes, hopefully when we get a little bit better weather. So thanks for watching. See you later.